next adventure the Note Friends go on is the Beethoven adventure. Are you ready? Hey, says Mr. Whole Note. Let's go on an adventure right now. Yippee, shouts Mrs. Eighth Note. Okay, where do you want to go today? Asks Mr. Whole Note. Open the magic music book and pick a place. No, I will not go on another stupid adventure. We always get into trouble, grumbles Mr. Quarter Note. Bob the Eighth Note nods his head in agreement. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Let's go, Mr. Whole Note says with a smile. They open the magic music book to a time of the great composer Beethoven. All the notes jump in, but Mr. Quarter Note and Bob Eighth Note stay behind. Jumping into the magic music book transports them to a time tunnel where they spin and fly back through time. They scream and yell, woo, yippee, woohoo, yee-haw! This tickles, Miss Half Note giggles. Plop, plop, they fall onto a tabletop. They arrive in a room full of antique furniture and only candles light the room. No television, no telephones, and no computers. Pages of music are on the floor. The Note Friends hear Beethoven playing the piano, filling the air with beautiful music. There he is! It's Mr. Beethoven! This is the most brilliant music I've ever heard, admires Miss Half Note. Even though Beethoven is deaf, he still plays amazing music, and he yells and throws the papers onto the floor. He's known for his bad temper. Look at the music on the floor. The notes are moving, notices Mr. Eighth Note. They all jump off the table for a closer look. The notes on the page start speaking to them. Who are you? Where do you come from? What are you doing here? I'm sorry, but we don't have time to explain, apologizes Mr. Whole Note. We have to go home soon. Suddenly, Mr. Beethoven picks up the papers and stuffs them in his briefcase, along with all the Note Friends. How will they ever get out and get home? Don't worry, I have a plan, Mr. Whole Note says, even though he has no plan. Mr. Beethoven travels to the concert hall for orchestra rehearsal. He takes the music from his briefcase and sets it on the music stand. The Note Friends are amazed at the 100-piece orchestra. Wow, this is amazing, Miss Half Note sings. There are strings, violins, cellos, and basses, says Mr. Whole Note. And drums and cymbals, chirp the 16th Note kids. My favorite is the flute, says Miss Half Note dreamily. Players warm up the instruments, preparing to play Beethoven's music. It's time to go, my friends, says Mr. Whole Note. The Note Friends struggle to open the heavy door. Even once they make it outside, they wonder how they'll find the time tunnel to get back home. But Mr. Whole Note leads them. Wait! It's Mr. Quarter Note and Bob Eighth Note, notices Mr. Whole Note. They're hiding in the bushes. What are you doing here? We got bored and we felt left out, they answer. Watch out! They point to a big, mean, growling dog who looks ready to eat the Note Friends for lunch. Mr. Whole Note calls the dog and then makes funny faces and strange noises. When the big, mean dog jumps at him, Mr. Whole Note curls himself into a round ball and he rolls over and all around. The dog gets dizzy from spinning and falls over. The other Note Friends cheer with amazement. Thanks, bows Mr. Whole Note. Now let's go! They rush back to Mr. Beethoven's room, to the time tunnel, and jump in. Rolling, tumbling, twirling, round and round, they land back in the music room on top of the magic music book. That was scary, but fun. Let's do it again, squeals Miss Half Note. The Note Friends agree, except Mr. Quarter Note. We'll do it again, but not today, Mr. Quarter Note decides. Right now, it's time for bed. Good night, friends. Good night.